So I'm on like United in first class, and 50 Cent walks in. I'm like, oh shit, we haven't seen each other in like 10 years. You know, like in the last interview with Yayo, I was like, oh, 50 Cent hates you. We're not gonna do interviews anymore until you know 50 Cent gonna pay me millions to do it.
Did you really offer Tony Yayo millions of dollars to not do Vlad TV interviews?
I didn't want him to do it. He always says some stuff I wouldn't say. Like, and I don't know why he thought it. It's not enough involved in it for him to have to say that.
50 got stabbed that day, right? He did get stabbed, right?
If you're a hip-hop fan, chances are you've come across at least one interview on Vlad TV. The show famous and infamous for its blunt questions that sometimes touch the most sensitive and dark corners of the entertainment world. But there's another side many people don't know. Some top rappers believe Vlad isn't just a host, but a bridge to law enforcement, quietly collecting information straight from his guests. And among those most wary of Vlad is none other than 50 Cent, the G-Unit legend who once claimed he was willing to spend millions just to keep his crew off Vlad's interview chair. The story began when Tony Yayo, a close friend and longtime teammate of 50, was invited to appear on Vlad TV, according to 50 Cent. Yayo had a habit of talking more than necessary on camera, sometimes inadvertently mentioning overly sensitive details. To 50, that was no different than opening the door for trouble to walk in. He once recalled offering Yayo a huge sum of money just to decline the interview request. It wasn't about personal hatred toward Vlad, but because 50 believed these conversations could easily turn into golden evidence for the very people artists want to avoid the most.
And I guess you and your friend stole something from a store and you tried running from the police?
Yeah, that was the first time, bro. Damn, how the know this shit? What the God damn.
I'm the feds, man. I'm the feds. I know everything.
Yeah, bro.
This is DJ Vlad. I only bring this up because everybody doesn't know who he is. His name is Vlad, so, it should, hit your mind like this is what a Vlad could look like. But people don't be thinking that. They be like, this is Vlad, and some people know. Maybe you did. But if you didn't know this is what DJ Vlad looked like, this is what he looked like.
For a long time, 50 Cent has suspected Vlad of being an industry plant, someone embedded by hidden forces to access, extract, and manipulate artists. To him, Vlad isn't an impartial journalist or a DJ who simply loves rap. He sees Vlad as part of a control system, where every question is asked not to entertain but to gather valuable information that could even be used to incriminate. And this wasn't just speculation. 50 once recalled how Vlad uploaded an interview with Cal Dawson, in which Cal mentioned the infamous 2000 incident when 50 was shot 9 times. What infuriated 50 was the way Vlad titled the clip, implying that Cal was in the car when the shooting happened and was even shot alongside him. As soon as he found out, 50 reacted fiercely, calling the headline fraudulent and demanding it be taken down immediately. The result? The clip disappeared almost instantly, making many wonder, if Vlad had done nothing wrong, why remove it so quickly? In 50 Cent's eyes, this was a clear warning. Sitting in Vlad TV's chair isn't just doing an interview. It's stepping into a danger zone where every answer could be chopped up, twisted, or even handed over to people you'd never want it to reach. 50 Cent's suspicions weren't an isolated opinion. In the entertainment industry, many artists who've worked with Vlad TV have begun to notice a disturbing pattern. One of the loudest voices speaking out was comedian Godfrey, once a regular guest on Vlad's channel. The controversy erupted in 2020 when Vlad interviewed DL Hughley and brought up comments made by Mr. Louis Farrakhan, a highly influential figure in the black community. But instead of quoting him accurately, Vlad was accused of distorting his words, twisting the metaphorical meaning into a literal call for violence against Jewish people. Specifically, Farrakhan had used the imagery of holding the stone of truth to encourage people to face lies, but on Vlad TV, the narrative became about throwing a stone in the literal sense.
I feel this is coming off the heels of Farrakhan's 4th of July speech, where he said, those of you that say you're Jews, I will not give you the honor of calling you a Jew. You're not a Jew. You're so-called, you're Satan. And it's my job now to pull the cover off of Satan. And he went on to say, like, every Muslim, when they see a fake Jew, grab a rock. And this is kind of what I feel is the energy, and a lot of people look up to Farrakhan.
Those of you that say that you are Jews, I will not even give you the honor of calling you a Jew. You're not a Jew. You're so-called. When you know who Satan is, yes, sir, you don't have to kill him, no. The stone of truth. See, that's what you throw. Right. We cast truth at falsehood till we knock out its brains. Every one of you that knows the truth, stand up and tell it from the mountaintop. Black people can't take it no more, so wherever you are on the job, in the factory, I don't care where you are. If you know the truth, stand up on the truth.
The incident sparked immediate backlash. Godfrey was among the first to publicly criticize Vlad.
That's like me lying on Rush Limbaugh. Let's say Rush Limbaugh. You know Rush. He raised some money. But if I go, Rush Limbaugh said that he wants everybody, all the black people to die. If I lied, I owe him an apology. He didn't say that. Period. He didn't say it. You know what I mean? You can't just be lying. And that's a dangerous thing. And I'm going to tell you one thing. I would rather have the NOI on my side.
Yeah.
I'll take the Nation of Islam any goddamn day.
Saying this wasn't a mere misunderstanding, but a deliberate act meant to divide the black community and stir conflict. On social media, Godfrey declared a boycott of Vlad TV, urging people to protect the culture from vultures profiting off our pain. He wasn't alone. Rapper Lord Yamar also joined the movement. Both men had been regular faces on Vlad TV, but they agreed that boycotting was the only way to stand by their principles and dignity. They formed an alliance with Myson the General and Royce Da 5'9", united in calling on the community to stop supporting a platform they believed was harmful.
Me, Lord Jamar, Myson the General, and Royce the 5'9" from Eminem's camp, we've all decided to join forces and just stop doing Vlad TV. If you guys don't know Vlad TV, it's on YouTube. It's an interview show, pretty much an urban interview show, because most of the people he's interviewed for the past 10 years have been all black people. Not too long ago, he made some statements about Minister Farrakhan which weren't true and were not fair, even if you don't like him. And as a Jewish man, he feels that Farrakhan insults his people. Fine. You can feel the way you want to feel, but lying on people does not work. That's not cool. I don't care who it was. It could have been Maxine Waters. It could have been Al Sharpton's corny. But you lie on somebody and then you get the truth told to you and you end up being looking. You should apologize. Issue an apology. Even big companies that black people all the time issue apologies so they can get their money. You know, we need to stand on code, protect our culture, just like Vlad decided not to apologize. He wants to protect his culture. Okay, so we stood on ours. So we are not going to, we unsubscribe to Vlad. You all should unsubscribe to Vlad. If you're African American, you have some integrity.
But the storm didn't end there. While Godfrey held firm in his stance, Lord Yamar shocked fans by quietly returning to work with Vlad. This not only confused audiences, but also deeply disappointed Godfrey to him. It was nothing short of selling your soul for personal gain. Tensions between the two escalated when Yamar didn't just return to Vlad TV, he joined Vlad in publicly mocking Godfrey, calling him untrustworthy and subtly implying he lacked courage. Vlad even claimed that Godfrey had spoken badly about his family, a move many saw as a smear tactic to damage Godfrey's reputation in the public eye. These developments only fueled the heated debate around Vlad TV. For many viewers, the Godfrey situation was proof that once you get caught in Vlad's orbit, it's hard to get out without scars. If you casually watch a Vlad TV interview, you might think it's just an honest, straightforward conversation. But for many rappers who sat in that black chair, the feeling is entirely different. It's more like being interrogated than promoting music or telling life stories. One hallmark of Vlad's style is how meticulously his questions are prepared, to the point of being suspicious. He often brings up details, dates, or even incidents never before made public in the press or on social media. For example, rapper Lil Baby was stunned when Vlad directly asked about a jailhouse fight with a white inmate, a detail Baby insisted he had never shared anywhere. The question made him stop, stare straight at Vlad, and ask, "How do you know about that?" This wasn't an isolated incident. Many artists, from Boosie Badazz to Lil Woody, have expressed suspicion that Vlad has direct connections with law enforcement. According to them, the way he frames his questions mirrors police interrogation tactics, bringing up old incidents, mentioning the names of people involved, then suddenly shifting to a new detail as if he already had the entire case file in front of him. Another move Vlad often uses is trapping guests into confirming information themselves. He might say something like, "I think you once mentioned that, prompting the person to either reflexively deny it or accidentally confirm something they never intended to reveal. For artists facing legal troubles, this can be a fatal mistake. There have even been cases where Vlad intentionally revived connections or events linked to underworld figures. When 50 Cent sat down for an interview, Vlad directly asked about his old friends in the South Side Crips, a group 50 described as neighbors who used to help my mother when needed. Not a criminal connection, but through the way Vlad phrased the question, it turned a harmless neighborhood story into a sensitive detail that could easily be misinterpreted. These experiences have led many rappers to believe that Vlad TV is far from just an entertainment PR program. In their eyes, it's an unofficial interrogation office disguised under studio lights, where every answer can be cut, edited, and repurposed for goals beyond the guest's control. For 50 Cent, his conflict with Vlad isn't simply personal or about avoiding people you dislike. He views it as a fight to protect his inner circle from legal risks and from forces he believes are manipulating the entertainment industry. 50 has openly said that when an artist sits down in Vlad TV's chair, they're stepping into a game where they don't know the rules. While the guest thinks they're sharing personal experiences or telling an interesting story, Vlad might be recording every word for entirely different purposes. 50 believes that one careless answer could drag an artist into legal trouble or public misunderstanding. What makes him willing to spend millions to keep Tony Yayo and his close associates away from Vlad TV is that he's seen too many examples of what happens afterward. Many artists have appeared on Vlad's channel only to become the focus of crime reports just weeks later. To 50, that can't be a coincidence. He believes Vlad has a direct line to investigative agencies, or at the very least to powerful figures in the media who are ready to exploit any useful information to achieve their goals, and he doesn't just stop at verbal warnings. 50 has publicly used his influence to shut down interviews he considers dangerous. He once forced Vlad to remove a video just hours after it went up, and hasn't hesitated to call him a fraud on social media. To 50, these aren't impulsive moves. They're part of a deliberate strategy to protect both his image and his team's interest. In fact, there have even been rumors in the industry that Vlad has been trying to set up 50 Cent himself in a controversial or legal matter with the aim of damaging his credibility. While there's no concrete proof, 50 treats it as a warning to always stay one step ahead and never give his opponent the chance. He understands the power of media, and he knows that a distorted story can destroy a reputation built over an entire career. That's why when 50 plays hardball with Vlad, it's not just about personal grudges, it's a message to the entire artist community. If you want longevity in this business, choose carefully where you share your story. When you piece all the fragments together, the picture of Vlad TV becomes clearer than ever. This isn't just an ordinary interview platform for many within the industry. It's a dangerous tool where every question can be a trap and every answer carries hidden risks. From twisting Minister Farrakhan's words to baiting rappers into revealing sensitive stories to bringing up unresolved criminal cases, Vlad TV has built a long history of controversial moments. While Vlad continues to present himself as an independent journalist, many insiders believe he's operating as part of a bigger agenda, one backed by forces seeking to control the narrative of hip-hop from the inside. What stands out most is Vlad's choice of guests. The majority are black artists, many of whom are either currently dealing with or have previously faced complex legal situations. Meanwhile, other high-profile figures, especially white celebrities with their own scandals, rarely appear on his channel under the same kind of intense questioning. This only fuels suspicions that Vlad is targeting a specific goal, exploiting black culture for the benefit of interests outside that community. For 50 Cent, none of this is just rumor. He sees the operational pattern, recognizes the consequences, and has decided he'll do whatever it takes to keep himself and those he cares about far away. When he's willing to spend millions just to ensure Tony Yayo declines an interview, that's proof of how serious the issue is in his eyes. His warning isn't aimed only at Yayo, it's meant for the entire artist community. Stay alert before stepping into any media space you can't control. In the world of show business, one sentence can be the spark that ignites a firestorm, and an interview that seems harmless can be the first step toward the downfall of an entire career. And that leaves audiences with a question of their own. Is Vlad TV simply a blunt, tell it like it is program? Or is it truly part of a larger strategy to control and shape the story of hip-hop culture? By the end of this story, one thing is clear: In the entertainment industry, not everyone is a friend, and not everyone who smiles at you means it. Whether you believe 50 Cent or not, his words are worth thinking about. If you're intrigued by the hidden corners of the entertainment world, the stories behind the spotlight, and the power plays few dare to speak of, share your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell because there are plenty more secrets and drama waiting to be uncovered.